Earlier, HR view was taken, but right now, HR really is a decision maker in a lot of things. Yeah, because I really strongly believe that you can't just say that HR will run on technology if it doesn't have that people touch to it. Earlier, HR view was taken, but right now, HR really is a decision maker in a lot of things because everything is circled around the employees. So that's why the purpose and the means, if you talk about one good thing that has happened is the HR is a decision maker. This one department is working along with the CEO, the CFO and the operations team very closely. Otherwise, the decisions were made in the boardroom and were told to the HR team. From a disruption point of view, I think post what has happened post-pandemic, everything is disruption. The things that we never thought would be possible are now becoming a way of life. I'll give an example. Earlier, recruitment, I need to see the person, but now it's e-recruitment. I need to meet the HR team, I need to go to their BA. No, you can do an HR help desk completely. Learnings, which everybody thought the classroom learning is the way to do things, but no, everything is e-learning now. Even from a matter of fact, when it is about the HR analytics piece, when you're looking at performance reviews, SLA matrix for us in our organization, everything for us is digitized and very connected to a platform that we would have as our HR workflow. And that disruption is endless. The more and more we are doing, the more and more demands are coming from customers and employees as well. So I think that itself is really making it a way of life for us. Earlier, people would think, and especially, and I'll connect to HR team, is people and the HR department would think that technology would take away my jobs. But actually, the way the technology is advanced, it can actually cut down a lot of your mundane work. It can cut down a lot of work which machines can do better, and human can concentrate a lot more better and give a purposeful HR to the organization and to the board. I'll give you an example. Earlier when we were looking at recruitments, a lot of time is spent on checking a lot of CVs, what data is there. But the machine learning is doing that bit. So the recruiter is saving the time and spending more time in aligning what the requirement is versus hiring the right fit for the organization. And I can give multiple examples on that front as well. Earlier, you would see there are the room of 4 or 5 people who are always on data sheets, preparing the database, employee database, doing performance review, the bell curves, everything. I think the machines can do it much better. More analysis and what the data is giving, what you can get out of the data to look at how people and the employee workforce is performing, who are your performers, how you can develop, plan for future. I think that time is spent more is becoming more meaningful than rather than spending on activities which I think machine can do it brilliantly and without emotion sometimes are good data to look at. 2 aspects. One, when an employee is joining the organization, the first and the foremost thing is, my basic needs are met. I'm getting to know what is my salary, how it's getting paid. I know who are the people. I can see the organization chart. I can see the different teams. I know what's happening in the organization. I think that basic need most technology and HR tools are doing. The second aspect of it is in terms of my learning, in terms of my growth path. Oh, I've joined the organization, what next? I think the person and the employee is happy for 6 months, but the employee is now looking at growth opportunities. How technology is helping that employee is, number one, all your internal job postings are posted on the technology platform in terms of the needs, the skill set required, the experience required, the growth that you will get, the level that you will move in. Earlier, it was always, waiting for your manager to do your annual appraisals and all that information would have been shared. However, now the technology is helping you identify that. It is also doing your self-assessment to check whether you can fit for that role or you cannot. Also, sometimes when you want to move to a role, maybe after 6 or 12 months, you know those learnings are required, those skill sets are required. That same employee is going to the learning platform and doing that self-learning as well. So I think sitting at your desk with your best technology and the best fed-in details from the HR department absolutely helps the employee in this journey. We don't know the future, but what you are seeing around and what you're hearing it's nice to call it disruptive, but it is also very important to, I think, identify that it will be disruptive. We will use the right tools, be it AI, machine learning, but the human touch in people, HR department will never go through. So where you can meet a technology and HR together and have that alignment, I think that'll be brilliant. I'll give you an example. Every time you cannot have a machine answering to an employee. It can't be a data answering to an employee or a board or a leadership team. It has to be with the sync of the HR department. Yes, I know that if you look at the performance, it's going down, people are not performing, but why is that happening? If you can, and why? The answer is the HR will help you to do that.